Hi, it's Cameron Shackle from ActiveADAPTER. This is a short demonstration of our Active Directory send adapter, which is used to create, update and move objects in Active Directory. If your video appears a little bit blurry and you're watching on YouTube, remember you can click on the cog icon and bump it up to high definition because this video is recorded in high definition. Take you through our setup, and for this demonstration I've created a simple messaging only BizTalk application that just picks up a file from a file location and sends it through to a send port, and that send port is configured to use the Active Directory transport, which is the option that appears when you have ActiveADAPTER installed. So a pretty simple BizTalk application, and in this case I'm using BizTalk 2013, but ActiveADAPTER is supported on all versions of BizTalk back to 2006 R2. For the demo I also have set up a little Active Directory domain called test.local, and I've created an OU in there called ActiveADAPTER, which we'll use in the demo. Okay, let's go ahead and start with some messages. These are all the samples that are provided with the ActiveADAPTER installation package, just as all the schemas and documentation are also provided. For this demo I have modified these slightly. I'm using a test.local domain, and the samples we install are for a test.com domain, so just be aware of that if you're trying to replicate this demo in your own environment. I'll give you a look inside one of those messages. This is the first message that creates Jane Active, and this message conforms to a schema that we provide as part of the ActiveADAPTER package as well, and you can see it's a pretty simple format. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll move that into our receive location. So that first message will have gone into BizTalk now. If I refresh our OU, you'll see a new user has been created called Jane Active. Now at the moment Jane Active doesn't have much in her user profile tab, telephones, etc. They're all pretty much blank. These next messages will set a lot of that information. So I'll put a few of those in at once. How many is that? 7. I'll drop all those to receive at once, and they've gone in, and you'll see that if we double click Jane again, a lot of that information is in her profile. Just taking a minute to bring up the property sheets. You can see now we have her last name, description, office, several telephone numbers have gone in, her email's been set, and all these other tabs have information as well. Employee number, and the profile things like logon script and home folder connections. One more thing I'll do, this message will set Jane's password. So there's nothing to see there, but Jane now has a valid password set. These next messages are a little bit more interesting. This one uses a hex value to set Jane's logon hours. If we have a look at the moment, Jane's logon hours are unrestricted. If I drop that message into our receive location into BizTalk, that will set Jane's logon hours so that now she can only log on Monday to Friday between 8 and 6. The next one is a similar message that uses binary content, and that sets a photo for Jane. And that photo was in that message, but there is also an option to load that from a file. You'll notice that Jane has a small arrow on her icon in Active Directory users and computers. that icon means that Jane's account is disabled. If we take this next message, we'll enable the account. So if I refresh our view, you'll see that that arrow has disappeared and Jane's account is now active. So moving on from creating a user, the next message will create a group. And if we refresh, there's our group there. It's called the ActiveADAPTER demo group. And the next message will add Jane to that group. So if we have a look at the members of the group, we've got Jane as a member now. And the next message will do the opposite and remove Jane from the group. So she's no longer a member of our group. Okay, next message, simply delete that group. Okay, the next message will create a new OU. You see it's created under our original OU. The next message will rename that OU to something a bit more standard. ActiveADAPTER demo OU, and you can see that it's empty at the moment. Jane is still back in our original OU. The next message will move Jane to the new OU. Refresh again, Jane's disappeared from there and she's moved into the ActiveADAPTER demo OU. So we've done a lot of stuff with Jane, and now we'll delete her object, and now we'll delete the OU we created, and we're back to where we started. The last two messages will recreate Jane, and this time set a lot of the information on her account at the same time. You can see she's got her description, office, etc. in there with just one message. And the last message will simply rename Jane. And she's now become Jane Doe. Okay, well that was a quick demonstration of how easy it is to get up and running with the ActiveADAPTER Active Directory Send Adapter, and that is a quick run through of how you could set up a very powerful user provisioning application in very quick time. Hope you've enjoyed this demo. Check out some more of our videos on YouTube. Our username is ActiveADAPTER, or visit www.activeadapter.com to download our free evaluation package. Thank you very much, and happy BizTalking.